Chapter 21. You almost finished out there, Mack yelled as he poked his head out of the kitchen. Almost, I said as I continued to sweep. I swear you're getting slower and slower. You want more speed, you pay me more money. You're already getting paid twice as much as you're worth, he taunted me. With that sort of attitude, you're lucky I just don't quit. The way that you work, you're lucky I don't just fire you, he yelled back playfully. Now put the broom down, I need you in the kitchen. He disappeared back into the kitchen. I leaned the broom against the wall and walked toward the kitchen. We still had 30 minutes until the supper serving started, so we had plenty of time to get things ready. This was my third shift this week. Since school had ended, I'd been putting in a lot of time. I had a lot of time to give. It was better to be here than just rattling around the house by myself. The place seemed awfully empty since... You coming or what? Mack yelled through the door. I'm coming, I'm coming. Keep your shirt on. I pushed through the swinging door. So what's the big emergency? No emergency, Mack said, his smile dissolving into a wrinkly grin, more like a celebration. He stepped aside. There on the counter was a chocolate cake. On the top were 2 lit candles, a 1 and a 6. Happy birthday, he yelled. You shouldn't have. Of course I should have. Now blow out the candles and try not to spit on the cake, okay? I'll try my best. I stood over the top of the cake. In white frosting it read Happy Birthday. I took a deep breath and... Wait, Mack yelled, holding up his hands. Did you make a wish? No. Then you better. I don't believe in things like that, I said. What have you got to lose? If you don't make a wish, you can't make it come true. I thought of a half dozen things I could have wished or wanted, but the only one that was important was Berta. I knew what I wanted. I wanted her to be safe and happy, enjoy her time away, and come back when that time was over, if that's what she wanted. Hurry up, kid, before the wax drips all over the cake. Oh, sorry. I took a breath, then blew out both of the candles. So what'd you wish for? Mack asked as he took a knife and started to cut up the cake. If I told you, it wouldn't come true. Didn't you just say you didn't believe in all that stuff? He asked. I didn't. You just told me I had nothing by trying. So I did. He slipped the first piece onto the plate and passing it a fork to me. I took a little piece and put it in my mouth. This is really tasty. Good to hear. I was a little worried. Why would you be worried? Sometimes a cake will turn if it's a few days old, he explained. You bought me an old cake? Didn't buy you nothing. Donated, and then I remembered your birthday was coming up, and I went out and got you some candles. You're 16, right? I will be in 3 days. 16 is a big one. Got something special planned? My parents are throwing me a surprise party on Saturday. Doesn't sound like much of a surprise. It isn't, but I won't let them know that I know. I'll act surprised, I said. Just family coming, Mack asked. Mainly my friends. That's how I know there's going to be a party. It's hard secret. Nearly impossible, Mack said. Nice of your parents to try. I guess so. And that was a nice little donation they made to the club, he said. They'd given $2,000. They can afford it. Lots of people can afford it. Most just don't give it. I'm grateful. You thank them for me again, okay? I nodded my head. He was right. It had been nice of them. They didn't need to do it, but they did. You must be looking forward to the party, Mack said. I am, but it's going to be different without Berta there, I said. She's been there for all of my birthdays. That's right, she's gone down south. Where is she from again? Guatemala. How long has she been gone for? Mack asked. Almost 2 weeks. She's going to be gone the whole summer. 8 weeks. That's a long time to be gone. As long as it's only 8 weeks. He gave me a questioning look. You afraid she won't be coming back? I nodded. I just wonder if she gets down there she'll ever want to come back. That was the first time I'd actually said those words. Mack was the only person I could say them to. Is that her saying something or just worrying you? More me worrying. And if she does decide to say, he asked? Maybe that's where she needs to be right now. And will you be okay with that, he asked? I didn't know what to say. I knew that she had to go and maybe she needed to stay, but I didn't know how I would get along without her. And, well, Mack asked. I knew what I was saying was right, but I still felt like I was close to crying. I took a deep breath. I'll be happy for Berta. I'll be okay. I don't think, Mack said. I know you'll be okay. He smiled. I wanted to believe him. So you're going to be getting some presents at your party, Mack? A few. One was going to be pretty special. I'd passed everything, and there was going to be a car. Funny, I started coming down here to get a car. Not that the car was going to help me coming down here. Here's another present. Mack reached into his pocket and pulled out his wallet. What was he doing? Was he giving me money? Or he pulled out a small plastic chip and put it on the table. Take it. Thanks, I said as I picked it up. Don't thank me. It's not from me, it's from Jack. Jack, I asked in amazement. He gave it to my friend to pass on to me to give to you. It's really nice, I said as I turned it around. It is nice. Do you know what it is, Mack asked. Sure, it's a chip. It's a 2-week chip. It's what you get at the treatment center when you've been dry for 2 weeks. That's fantastic. I'm so proud. You should be. Jack is doing good. At least he is now. Now, what does that mean? The first few days were the worst. He only hung in for 2 days before he took off. I felt my heart drop. He left? Gone for 2 days, but he came back. Why would he leave? Alcohol's a hard addiction to break. Important thing is that he left, but he came back and he stayed dry for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is good, right? I asked, looking for reassurance. Every day sober is good. The longer the better. He might just make it. I know he'll make it. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but you got to remember, most people don't make it on the first try or even the second or the third. How many times did it take you? I asked. More than a few, he said. But some people do make it the first time, right? Some people beat the odds. I don't know if Jack is going to make it or not. Even if he doesn't know that. What I do know is he wouldn't have had any chance without you. Funny, sometimes those long shots work out. Look at you. Me? When you first came here, I wouldn't have bet a plug nickel on you ever showing your face a second time. I guess I surprised you. I think you surprised yourself even more, Max said firmly. I nodded my head. I had surprised myself. Just remember, we can't control the winning and the losing. All we control is the caring. He paused. Enough talking. Let's get ready for the dinner crowd. Get those plates on out there. I picked up my big stack of plates and started for the dining room. I stopped. Mack, I called out, and he looked up from the big pot he had started stirring. Thanks for everything. I didn't do nothing. It was just a cake. I'm not talking about the cake. I know, but I still didn't do nothing. I couldn't have done it by myself. Mack smiled. Who can? Mack asked. Who can?